Hello everyone, so here we are, for me possibly the biggest limited edition of the year, another limited edition for March. There will be another one as well at the end of this month, but I'll stop waffling. So here we have the, there we go, the N97 limited edition version on the 360 of Mass Effect 3. So, long convoluted story about actually getting this, and from a UK point of view I'll do a section at the end of this video and go through, you know, the dramas that we had actually getting this release in the UK. Absolutely gorgeous outer cover on this one. They're never kind of like, you know, skimp when it comes to the special editions of Mass Effect 3. Really nice kind of embossed cover as well. I don't know if you can see that, but nice kind of like a shiny effect going on there as well. So we'll have a look at what's actually inside here then. So that's the outer slip case gone. There we go. And we get two DVD size boxes in there as well. First, there we go. First part we'll actually have a look at the game itself, the game disc itself. So nice steelbook here as well. Got the default kind of characters and designs on there for Shepard, male and female versions. As you can see, I've broken the seal. Xbox 360 version comes on 2 discs, which you kind of expect. I've heard numerous rumours about loads of disc swapping on this game, but to be honest, I don't give a shit. Growing up in the days of Amiga, it's not too much of a ball ache for me. So you get a little bit of downloadable content in here. You get a Todd McFarlane designed skin and weapon pack, I believe. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's a gold pass there as well, for people who haven't got a gold account. And a bullshit Save the Planet crappy manual. Fucking awful. Considering how nice the rest of the package is, it's one of the nicest limited editions that I've picked up for a while. It's just shit when they put one of those manuals in. I know you don't need them. There'll be a tutorial in this game. In fact, actually playing the demo, I realised there is a tutorial in the game. So it seems daft to me, but you know, nice steelbook there for steelbook collectors. Second pouch here, there's all the bonus content, and again, it's kind of like it's really nice kind of packaging. Not too fancy, but does the job. So yeah, there's a little kind of, there we go, postcard in there of the Normandy. You also get a, there we go, rather nice little glossy Dark Horse comic there. It says it's issue 1. And yeah, it's a full little comic. It's really, really cool actually. I've had a quick read of it. So it's another nice little extra. You get there we go. You get the N97 patch as well, and it's got Velcro on the back, so you can attach it to your clothes. I might put a goofy photo on at the end of this of me with a patch on, and a really, really nice art book. Nice glossy thing. It's got the Dark Horse branding on there as well. And it's got like lots of nice concept artwork in there. It's a good art book. It doesn't feel to be huge, but actually flicking through it, there are a lot of pages in there, and I've always loved the artwork of Mass Effect. The character and the kind of like architecture designs are all pretty goddamn lovely. There is an official art book out as well, which I will probably pick up at some point, because I've got the one for the original Mass Effect, and that's really, really nice. It's one of the nicest game art books I've actually got in my collection. So that's not the end of this video for today. Something else Mass Effect 3 arrived today as well. Wasn't expecting it to arrive on time because generally they come out a few days later or are delayed in some respect. So I'll just move those out of the way. And we have got there we go, the Mass Effect Limited Edition game guide. Again, I'm not really going to be looking at this. You've seen me pick up these guides in the past, but I buy them because they normally got little bits of nice artwork in there, and they've got some exclusives. This is no exception, really. It's got a download for the guide in a full electronic form. Right at the beginning here. There's also lots of artwork. There's there we go. There's Q&As with the actual game designers, with BioWare. Lots of lovely artwork. There's a bit of concept things, a section about the writing of Mass Effect in there as well. An article about the company themselves. So here we've got the main guide as well. Let's just have a look at what actually got in it. Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, the Squad campaign, that'll be the walkthrough because it's 200 odd pages. N7 missions, don't know what that means. Side missions, we all know what the side missions are in the Mass Effect universe, don't we? Maps, hub missions, multiplayer, achievements and trophies, and we've got the index there as well. So, as with these guides, they're really, really in-depth. They're absolutely, brilliant. Apparently there's quite a complex weapon system in this, which might be useful to actually use this guide. There's power section in there as well. And I'll just scoot to the back, because I noticed when I was looking at this earlier, there's some additional bits in the back. There we go. There's a preview section for Mass Effect Invasion, another one of the comics in there as well. There's a Mass Effect mouse for some reason in here, so I don't know what that is. There's BioWare store as well, a little bit more concept art in there. We've got our index. We've got a little bit about, it looks like the design of the actual characters themselves. Creature design as well, so I'm sure that some of this will be in the Mass Effect universe art book, but I'm not sure, I don't know, but we've got a section there about it says the many stories of Mass Effect, so that'll be the background to the story. So that's those two that's to those two editions. Both really, really nice. Really happy to have them in the collection. And in the next section, I'll kind of explore the long, convoluted story of the N7 release. But I hope you enjoyed that overview, and I'll see you in the next section. Okay, in the unboxing section of this video I said that I would actually talk about the release of the of Mass Effect 3 N7 in the UK. It's a really kind of bullshit story of a crap release basically, and I just thought, you know, it needs to be kind of logged in history about how terrible it was. Just as a background really, to be honest. I've deliberately put this section on the end because I know that some of you guys kind of just want to actually see what's in the box. You don't want any of the thrills or the frills or the waffling that comes out of my mouth and is associated with my video. So if you guys don't want to hear any of that and just want to see the unboxing, then that's the last section for you. And there's no wrong with doing that. I do the same thing sometimes. So yeah. So yes, back on track. The N7 release in the UK was handled by Game and Game Station. It wasn't a UK wide release. You didn't get this on Amazon UK. It was an exclusive, and which in itself, it's a bit shitty just because it means that Game and Game Station can charge whatever they want for the game effectively. There's no competition there. Now you probably all know that Game Station is owned by Game effectively, and they've got kind of common practices in the way that they run the stores. So you know, you wouldn't get any competition between those two either, because they sold the game for exactly the same price. So in the run up to release, I think I looked at picking the game up about a month before release, and having seen the N7 version listed for months and months, it kind of disappeared from their schedule. Even though the website was advertising, you know, you could buy it, the stores were advertising you could buy it, you couldn't find, when you actually went online, you couldn't actually find it unless you did a specific search on the internet, not actually on the Game or Game Station website. And then, you know, you could find the game itself, but you couldn't actually, there wasn't a button to buy it. So effectively it kind of, it sold out, but they didn't tell everyone it was sold out, so they were still getting traffic to the sites. I actually went into one of the stores, into one of the Game Station stores, and someone really helpful just basically said, it's sold out, you'll be lucky to find it anywhere. That you might find the odd shop that's still got a copy of it. Strangely, you could get the PS3 from the website, the PS3 version from website, for much longer than the 360 version, because that sold out quicker. But again, you know, a few weeks down the line, you couldn't actually find it by doing a direct search. You could find it in the background somewhere. Now, if we found out kind of like, you know, down the line that, you know, from other sources, you know, people that worked at Game, that you couldn't get it on the site anymore basically because it's sold out. Now, luckily, we did get notification that there was more stock being released, and they did, and I managed to get pre-order in a small window. But in the run up to release, I think it was about a week before the game was supposed to be released by Game, rumours kind of dropped that EA and Game had basically had a big falling out over basically over Game's kind of dodgy financial position, and the game wasn't going to be released by them, it was handled very, very badly, because they put a note out, but it was some news website got sight of this this note before the official announcement was made. So you had an announcement in the morning from this gaming site that that all the pre-orders were going to be dropped, and then later in the afternoon, Game and Game Station released the same official note that they'd had sight of. So it was really kind of shoddily done. So at that point, you know, we would know the wiser whether that version would come out, and it'd been kind of, the notification being bungled by Game, and as a consequence Game Station as well. and you know, we, as I say, we're none the wiser about what was going to happen. Rumours floating that you weren't going to get your money back if you prepaid, that you were going to get a credit note for, you know, for games in the store, which would have been shit, and I'm sure it would have been illegal as well. Luckily, I never prepay for games unless I've got to pay for them then and there, which you don't tend to get with, you know, most reputable retailers. You don't really pay in advance unless you want to. But also, kind of like around about dinner time, just before the game announcement, basically all the major retailers started offering pre-orders of the M7 version. So basically that kind of preempted game's announcement as well. That, you know, other retailers, basically EA had gone, well, you know, if Game and Game Station aren't going to sell those copies, we'll take that exclusivity away from them and we'll offer it to all the retailers. So as a consequence, I got my copy from Shop 2. Again, they did express delivery. It arrived yesterday, the day before release, like Shop 2 games normally do arrive. First class post, brilliant. £5 cheaper, arrived a day early. You know, there was loads of competition out there with the prices as well. Not huge amounts, but you know, there were tiny little bits of variance between the price, all cheaper than what game was selling them for originally. So in a way, it worked to our benefits as kind of you know, as consumers. Interestingly, sold out quite quickly. Did the limited editions again, but it put a lot of people back at square one with the pre-order. You know, I went through a bit of kind of turmoil to get to a position where I secured a copy of the game, and I did it by luck almost. And then to kind of like have that rug pulled from under you was a bit of a shit move, really. And I know that game offered, I think it was £5 compensation, and all the rumours about you wouldn't get any money back, you'd just get credit. It was a load of rubbish. So in that respect, that was good. But again, just terrible service from Game and Game Station, which I hate to say about both companies, because it makes me sad when I think of the marketplace without them there. You know, another gaming retailer goes, and it's not good for us as consumers who want to go out into the marketplace and buy a game, you know, on a whim, as it were, or look for deals or do trade-ins. It's not a great position to be in. So yeah, I hope you don't mind my kind of like waffle at the end of this, but I felt it kind of, the story had to be kind of like told, really, and that's not just me. Oh, I've got to do a crusade or get the story out. It's just, you know, it was a disgusting position to be in as a collector. So yes, onwards and upwards. Ninja Gaiden limited edition, 23rd, I think. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.